As I've been growing up as a leader, the work of developing other leaders has become more important to me. As an entrepreneur, someone who's trying to build businesses, I've realized that the best way to build a business is to get somebody else to do what I'm doing, and then I can get on with doing something else. The second thing, of course, is that just a desire to have an impact on the people around you. That people should grow. If they're going to work in these businesses, they should grow up. They should get a chance to move along the experience curve, to become wiser, to try new things, to have an opportunity to lead an interesting life. And I suppose that's a choice, but I'd like that for anybody who's working in any of the businesses I'm working in. So with those two motivations, one maybe a little philanthropic and one a little bit more self-centered, it's really critical that we can help other people become better leaders. The approach I've been inclined to take seems to work in some cases and not work so well in others. I listen to what people are able to articulate. If I can hear and see that you have a vision, that you have some sense of how you might take ownership of a particular space or area of the business, then I'm inclined to open that area of the business up to you. Support you as best I can, but not too much, because the experience comes from going through the pain as well as the easy bits. In many ways, I will try and move people into areas of possibility, wait to see if they can articulate some vision, and then let them go and try and support them through whatever change they're going to drive. It is a little bit of a sink or swim approach, and I wish there was a better way that I could illustrate this, but it is sink or swim. The only way we can see if you can lead is put you in a change situation with a group of people and say, get on out there and influence them. See if we can make the change. Developing individuals is even more intimate than working in teams. You've got to be conscious, you've got to be aware of the people you're working with, and they're going to be very aware of you. In some cases they might use words like mentor or coach. Personally, I think a lot of the work in that area is a little overrated, because at the end of the day, either I'm going to choose to develop somebody or I'm not, and people are going to choose to be developed or they're not. So we need to proceed with care. There's a point at which it's really difficult to back up. If you're developing me, you've probably increased my package a little. I'm getting picked up now on the way to the airport. I'm on the business class flights. And then you suddenly realize that we've maybe gone a little too far. It's kind of like going through one of those security booms at a shopping center where those spikes kick up after you. You don't want to back up. It's really difficult to figure out how fast can you move people forward and how much of a safety net can you give them if you've gone too far. So it's got to be done carefully. You want to groom your leaders to, in a perfect world, to accept 2 steps forward, 1 step back if necessary, or to work slowly and methodically and patiently, which all sounds as if you can just have this little blueprint and roll it out. It's a messy, messy game. The bits of advice from my experience are accept the messiness and work with it. And it will feel like some days your protege is moving forward beautifully, and other days you just seem to be going over the same points, and just work with that. The second part, probably more importantly, is you've got to take ownership. You've got to take responsibility for the journey that you're helping other people go through. I've thought about this a lot. I was inclined in the old days to say, here's the space of possibility, you've got your vision, off you go. And that's not enough. I've got to be there to take the rap if something goes wrong, to provide some shelter if necessary, because as you rightly know, too many people end up too alone, too early in senior positions. So there's some process to developing individuals. It's critical to organizations. The organization can't grow unless its people grow. I can't build my businesses unless other people can grow and take responsibility. But it's a rather messy and perilous journey that we set out on.